everyone, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel for those of you guys who are new. My name is CultureSims, and today I'm going to be doing a tour of Windlake. So before I get on into today's video, I do want to talk to you guys a bit about why I'm doing a tour so early. I know you guys are like, I've been watching it from the beginning and this is only like the third episode to the series. Why are you doing a tour? The reason is because for me, my island is pretty much finished. That being said, I feel like it's time to do a tour. So Windlake, I love this island so much, I really do. I had so much content planned for this island and life kind of took over. So when I started this island 3 months ago, I had plans where I was going to document the entire series and I was going to show the whole build process of the island, and I started a few episodes and you guys really liked it and I was so happy that you guys liked it. And then I kind of got into a place where I wasn't like happy. Basically, my mental health took a turn and I didn't want to sit and film. I'm still in that place. I'm better now to where I can sit and film a little bit more. But basically I just couldn't sit and function and film for you guys and try and put on a happy time for you. And I just knew that looking back on the videos, rewatching it to edit it, that it was just going to be so fake for me, and I didn't want to put on a smile for someone and not actually feel that way. So what ended up happening was I ended up using Animal Crossing for my escape, which is typically what I do. When I get into a bad place mentally, I turn to Animal Crossing because it kind of gives me that place I can go to kind of not have to deal with my problems right away, kind of figure stuff out, you know. It's basically my release. The reason I'm thinking of restarting is because every time I try and play on this island, I kind of think about where I was at mentally when I built the island, and I kind of just want to start fresh, honestly. I love all of my villagers that I have on this island, and they're villagers that I've never really played with before, so if I do end up restarting, I do plan on getting back, if not all, then some of these villagers, and I promise that I will do better and try and film more progress of the next island that we do. If you guys are interested in that, then let me know down below. Yeah, so that is kind of where I'm at and why I want to restart Windlake. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into the island tour. So the first thing I'm going to show you is my town map, or my island map rather. This is what it looks like, and the only thing I have changed that's out of place is my resident service, or not my resident services, my Nook's Cranny. Right now my Nook's Cranny is in the back because I was moving it and I was going to redo a whole area for it because I didn't quite like where it was, and then the whole me looking around and like deciding I kind of want to reset kicked in. So then I was like, I don't really feel like finishing this project. So this is what my map looks like. So obviously the name is Windlake, and to the left side of the map you have this giant Great Lake. Of course Windlake wouldn't be Windlake without a lake. I said lake way too many times, but the whole purpose of this island was I wanted a huge lake to be able to fish, hang out, and kind of make like a little cozy area. So that is off to the left, and these are my villagers that I currently have. Marshall was one of my villagers, and I was going to get him back. I had to replace him with Rod, and because I really wanted Rod for my jock, so I had to replace him, and I have Marshall's amiibo, so I was just going to amiibo him in over Filbert. Never got around to doing that. So this is my current setup. We have Renee, Drake, Melba, Peanut, Dobby, which I actually really took a liking to Dobby. He's like the old man of the island and I love him so much, so I will definitely be getting Dobby back. We have Sherb, we have Rod, we have Whitney, Filbert, and Maple. So the only OG on this island from when I very started is Renee, and if you guys go back to my very first video when we finally got the island that I wanted, this island, Renee and Ribbot was actually my first starters, and I mentioned that Renee would be the first to go because I did not like her at all, and now I'm actually quite fond of Renee. So definitely don't knock your villagers until you give them a try. Some turn out to be as bad as you think they are, but not all of them. So that's my island like setup. Going in, I have the airport right here. I did decorate on my island a little bit for Halloween. Like I said, I was going to try and film some Halloween content for you guys, and things just kind of did not work out. So I decorated a little bit for myself, but not very much. So if you come in this way, you have the option to go right, or you actually have this little hidden area where you can go left. We'll go that way afterwards. But if you go right, you'll come over the bridge and you'll come out of the airport entrance, and you can head this way going off to the museum area. So I just decorated with some fossils, and I actually had a new player come over to my island the other day because I had posted on Facebook that I would like some new friends to play. So I'll leave my friend code on the screen and down in the description if you guys would like to add me. But she actually didn't know that you could place down these fossils, and it's actually a really good idea if you guys want to kind of spice up your museum a little bit more. So I love this turtle. It's not what it's called, but it's a turtle. So yeah, this is like my little museum area. We have like a little entrance way out here, and then we just have like a little trilobite up there, and this like little skull here, and it tells you like what it is. And then if you come up this way right here, you have the museum. I never fully finished decorating up here, so it's still kind of bare. I had this in mind to where I was going to put a little picnic section over here. Didn't happen. I started and never finished. And then I just have some of these statues here to kind of make it look like people were over here playing chess. Moving on over to the side, we have a better kind of picnic area that I had started working on. I was playing around with different rug decor patterns and stuff like that. And this rock was not here. It actually must have just recently spawned here. And then I was going to have like a little sitting area where you can kind of like drink your drink or like eat a little snack or something like that. And then if you come down here to this ramp, you have this little section where you can kind of come out to the beach. Now, I didn't really do anything on this side of the beach yet. If you look, this is just kind of like where we just were. So you can either come this way or you can come from up there, but you can come down this little section right here, and you just have a couple of like little fruit trees, and then you have like a little luncheon set, and then you just have like a cute little path to kind of walk down. I have a little wagon here because I feel like it's not supposed to be like a modern town, you know, it's very cottagecore, so I feel like there would be horses and wagons and stuff like that. So I have a little wagon here, and then we come off, you can come out to the beach going this way, which again, I didn't decorate this side of the beach, so there's nothing here. Eventually there would have been had I decided to do something there, but then coming around, we have this little path right here. And this little path kind of goes into this area where I was going to have like a big feast. You know, I was going to put like a bunch of vegetables and stuff out on tables, because I have like a little farm over here. Definitely would have recommended to build a bigger farm area because I do like really big farm areas, but I ended up decorating so much of the island before I thought about doing a farm, and then I kind of didn't have a lot of space left, so that's kind of my little mini farm. And something I do get a lot of compliments about is the horse and barn little setup right here, which I actually really love. I might try and save these little custom design codes so that I can re-get them. I do have a Pinterest that I save a lot of my custom design codes to, so if you guys are interested in that, I'll leave my Pinterest down below, and you guys can just scroll through and see what stuff I find interesting or stuff that I use around my island. So going on over here, I was going to build like a little stable area. I had these two little storefronts here, and I was going to put some decor out here just to kind of tie it into this little farm area here, and then I kind of never finished. Going off this way, we are behind the museum. So I'm going to kind of run down here because this is the other way you can go. So if we go this way, we go to the museum, but if we go up here, I have a little storage shed so that when I'm coming back from like a treasure island or someone else's island that has gifted me some things or whatever like that, I can quickly unload my pockets and I can go back, or I can go about my business and I don't have to run all the way to the back right hand side of my island to go to my house to put everything away. So these little storage sheds are actually very handy. I love them. I don't have many of them placed around my island, but I did kind of tuck a couple around so that I had different spots that I could drop things off and pick things up. Definitely going to do that a bit more in my next island. So coming down, we have a little gyroid farm right here. I actually have a couple of gyroids planted. I had this whole idea in my mind of what I was going to do for this little area, and then it didn't quite come out the way I wanted it to, and then I ended up not touching it anymore. Kind of disappointed about that because I think a little gyroid farm was actually a really cute idea. Going this way, we have our DIY section and our resident services building. So if we come up this way, we have a little DIY section. I just have a sign that says please take some, they are free, and we have some DIYs and extra songs and whatnot that I don't need and stuff like that people can just come and pick up, and if they have some that they want to drop off, they can drop them off there for new other players that come and need some more like DIYs. And then heading on in this way, we actually have our resident services. So I actually really like the area around my resident services, and I really love the island. I don't want to restart, but there are just some things I look at and I'm like, I kind of just want to go through that process again of grinding and doing, you know, the whole rebuilding session. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I am going to save this island to the dream address so that if I decide that I flatten or I restart and I don't like it, at least I can get on my other Switch and I can kind of recopy some of the areas that I did like about this island and then build from there so I could still have some memory of my old island. So apparently today we have Kicks visiting. So I'm going to come back up this way and we'll come back to resident services because I want to finish off this side of the island first. So coming up these stairs right here is where my Nook's Cranny was. I had it placed right here in this little spot, and I decided I didn't really like it anymore. I wanted to build something bigger for Nook's Cranny, and that's why I moved it to the back because I didn't have anything placed back there, and I was going to build a little like shopping center around Nook's Cranny. And I did this about 2 or 3 days ago that I moved it, and then I kind of got into wanting to restart, so I didn't do anything. So coming off this way, we just have a couple of houses over here with some decor. I never really finished decorating this area back here, but I kind of got the layout the way I wanted it to be. You guys did see some of this build process in, I think, episode 2, I believe, of me building this little area back here. So if you guys are interested in that, I believe it's in episode 2 where we build this little area. So this is kind of how this came out, and this is like right behind that little horse shed right there. So you can either go out this way or you can go back out to the main section, and then you can go through these little trees right here, and this is where you get to like the back side of the area where my house is. So we have just like a little tent and some decor here. I tried to make it very very mushroomy, and just very like cottagecore, very natural colors, very, you know, woodsy and overgrown with a lot of trees. I kind of wanted that to be the vibe. So if you come back here, you have my house, which we have this little sign right here. that basically just says, you know, like foresty area, and then I have a little sign back there that says house so that you know that this is where our house is, because I've had a lot of people come over to my island and they said, had you not had a lot of these signs put down, I would not have been able to get around your island. I would have gotten so lost. And that was kind of the whole point. I wanted something that you really had to explore and run around the island to find things, because it makes it more fun that way, I think, instead of just having it like plain Jane and, you know, just open everywhere. I think that having things cluttered and hidden in different areas makes it more exciting. So I never finished this area back here. I don't know what I was going to do back here, but I never finished. So moving on in, this is where my house is. I'm not going to show you inside my house because I actually didn't really do anything to my house. I did start on my kitchen, but I never finished it. So we're not going to show you inside the house, but I just have some pumpkins out here and a cute little bench. And then I have this little sitting area, where like my character can just come and sit in the morning, come and chill out by the fire. You know, she has her little Nintendo Switch there, just nice and cozy. And yes, realistically, I know you don't want to put a fire so close to the trees, blah blah blah, but this is Animal Crossing and you can do whatever you want, and I wanted the cozy vibes. So then moving on, we have a little bonfire area, because I think one of the things I miss about living out in the countryside is being able to do bonfires. Where I live now, you can't really do bonfires. I mean, you could, but like, we're very close to other people, so I don't think my neighbors would enjoy that. So I built a little bonfire area out here by my house so that I can kind of come and chill at night and watch the fireworks when 4th of July happened, and, you know, just some like little shooting stars and whatnot. It's fun to come out here and sit down. Also, can we talk about how it decided to rain when I decided to film this video? Like, definitely giving me the cozy vibes for this. Thank you so much, Animal Crossing. Coming back out this way now, we're gonna go back to our resident services area. I'm trying to show you guys the island in like the cohesive way that it's meant to be ran. I mean, obviously you can run it any way you want to, but I'm just trying to like show you guys everything so I don't miss anything, you know. So you can actually have this little like runway back here to where you can kind of cut through. So if you come back through here, you have the option to go right, which is where we just were. If you go over that bridge, that's where my house is, and that's where we just ran from. And then if you go this way, you're actually going behind resident services, and we have a little tent over here with some books. It's like a little camping section, I guess. I'm hoping that Drake is not saying that he wants to move out, which I love how I say that because I'm thinking about sending them all into the void, actually. I know, I want to restart so bad, but I don't know. I'm like, now that I'm running my island again, I'm kind of having like even more mixed feelings about it. So if we swoop around this way and we come through this cute little section that I think is probably one of the favorite parts of my island, is this cute little walkway section right here. You go over to the other side of resident services. So you come back off this way, you can go out this way. And then this is the lake. You'll get to see the lake a lot better from the other side, but this is the lake over here. So yeah, you're running past on the side of like a lake, which is really cool. So I really liked this little area here. And then if you come through this bridge right here and you go this way, you have the ability to come up here. I'm gonna rip the band-aid off. I'm gonna see if he wants to move. Hey Willow, you want to play a treasure hunting game? I'm good, buddy. I'm doing something right now. At least he didn't want to move out. I feel so bad. Go play, buddy. Go play. So I never finished anything over here. Just kind of some flowers and some bushes. And then if you come on up these stairs here and you go right, you have a little construction area. And then I got to thinking about it. It kind of doesn't match the vibe of Windlake because this stuff isn't supposed to be invented yet. So I decided that I was going to tear it down and then never did, so that's kind of just still here. But if we go off this way, then we have Renee's house. I had some pumpkin decorations out here for Halloween and everything, and I picked those up yesterday because I actually filmed a cleanup video yesterday where I was going to show you a lot of the island. We were going to pick up the Halloween decorations, clean up all the weeds and stuff that have overgrown the island, and I absolutely hated how the video came out. I wasn't in the mood to film it when I filmed it, and I could probably voice over the video so you guys could see it if you're interested in that, but I just didn't think from what I had filmed it was very good to even try and edit, which I can still try and edit and salvage some of the footage. I don't know how much you'll be able to get from that. And then I was like, I kind of just, I don't know. I'm not feeling the island. Like, it's hard to explain because I love the island, but I'm not feeling it anymore. You know what I mean? So we have a house right here, and then we go off this way, and we have like a little triple kind of section down there. I don't know how to explain that. I have a better one over here. Basically, I tried to recreate this but smaller, and it didn't really work. So I don't know if you guys got to see this, but it's like all the way down at the base, but it goes all the way up to the top tier. It's just a really cool like little section, and then I've got like some lights and some trees down in there. Basically, I tried to kind of recreate one of those but smaller in between this house over here. It looks okay. I don't know if I really like it, but I mean, it came out okay. I needed a water source because I knew I wanted to kind of separate the section with a bridge, and I needed to have some kind of water here. So I think that's what made me end up doing this little section right here. We have this little house here, which is, I think, Peanut's house. And then we have like a little seating section right here where you can kind of just sit down, drink your coffee, roast some marshmallows. And I really like this little campfire because you can turn it on and off, or if you don't want the marshmallows here, you can actually customize it to where it's just burning leaves instead of marshmallows on there, which is actually really nice. And then if you come this way through these two trees, I had a little hidden section over here, and I had a pond back here because I didn't have a pond on Windlake, so I couldn't get my pond fish, and I didn't have anything really built back here, so I had a huge pond right here, and I put the pond, like I caved it back in because I was putting my Nook's Cranny back here, and I was going to put it here, put a pathway here, and then do like some kind of big shopping district here, and then I kind of decided against it. So yeah, this was like a little hidden secluded area that I never finished. And I kind of made like this little walkway back here, which I really liked, and I liked how it was hidden, and you would only know it's back there if you kind of paid attention and you found the ladder, because I did have it kind of like, let me see if I can, oof, that's not what I meant to do. Where is that actually? Because I want to put it back down. Thank you. So I actually had it like, I think, pulled up a little bit more so you could almost barely see it. But anyways, if you go through here, go under this little gazebo, you come out to another home which had more decorations for Halloween, but I picked them all up yesterday. And this is actually Sherb's house, so I didn't really get a chance to decorate. Like I said, I put some Halloween stuff out, but then I didn't decorate anymore for anything else, so it looks really bare back here. And then if you come over this way, I really like how this little section came out. I like the leaves over the normal path. I think it looks really cute. You have this little ramp right here that goes up to the second house, which is just a second character house. And I basically, when I do this for decor purposes. I don't actually decorate the houses. And then I use this house for seasonal storage. So like if I do stuff for Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, whatever, and I make all that stuff, I stick it in my second house so that I don't have to clutter up my main storage house, which is I mean, you can do it with other things, not just seasonal items, but it's a good way to get like extra storage on Animal Crossing, because we both know that storage on Animal Crossing is kind of crap. So build extra houses and upgrade them if you want more storage. Okay, so coming back down this ramp, I didn't finish decorating this little side here. I was going to put some, like, I think some tables and chairs out here. Never did that. And then you can come down this little section right here, which leads down to the campsite. So, like, if you come the other side, this will lead to the campsite, which I'm actually going to go back to the front of my island to show you how you get back to this side of the area. Okay guys, so we are back at the airport. So remember how in the beginning I told you that you could go off to the left to get to the other side of the island? This is actually the entrance to the side of the island, and yes, you can get to the other side by going through the back. But this is how it was laid out to be, so that you would come this way. So it looks like Dobby is just heading on home. So we have Dobby's little house over here, and I gave him a little chair because I noticed he would sit under this tree a lot, and I wanted to give him something to sit on, so I put a little chair there, and he actually uses the chair quite frequently, which is really cute. So this is Dobby's house, and then we have like a little campsite area here. We just have some shoes, so like if you took your shoes off to kind of walk into the water, you know, you have like that little decor piece there. And then we have another bonfire. I did not finish the area that unfortunately. I think it would have been a really cute little area. I thought he was thinking about something for a second. I was like, well, that was quick. So if you come out this way, you have his yard. So he just has some trees that he cuts down. He has some wood over there and whatnot. And then if you come over this bridge, which is actually the very first bridge that I laid down in Animal Crossing to get over to the side of the island originally, I decided to keep this bridge here because I was like, you know what, this is the very first bridge that we put down on Windlake. It deserves to stay, and I quite like where it was placed anyways. So we kept this bridge from like episode 1. And then if you come over here, you have Drake's house. So Drake got like a cool little setup, I will say. He even has like a cute little stepping stone area, which is nice. He can kind of hop on over to Dobby's house if he wants to, or he can just walk the normal way. And then if you come down here, we have like a little section for bees. Now this is like my little beehive section. We've got some wasps and some bee and like some honeycomb. And then we have like some little beehives and whatnot, so that Drake can come out here and collect honey if he wants to. We have a net in case he catches some. And then a couple of flowers for decoration. I did do this side of the beach some, not fully. And then we have this little section here, which we have like this big cornucopia here, so that they can kind of feast on some of the veggies that the island has produced. And we just have some little seats here and some books and some like little picnic stuff. And then moving on to this side, we have another little like feast section. I never finished this one though, unfortunately. I kind of like lost interest after the other one because I didn't like plan to have two of them side by side, and then when I started building this one, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of messing around at that point. I had this decorated, but I actually did take that down because I was going to change it for a seasonal, and then I never did. So then if you come this way through Drake's place, this is where Marshall's house used to be. Right now, this is Filbert's house, I believe, and I made Marshall this little cafe, like bakery area, because he really likes food and stuff like that. And now that Filbert's there, it kind of doesn't match, but like I said, I was going to put Marshall back here. I just never got a chance to. So this was Marshall's like little bakery area that I made for him, and he actually would come and sit in here a lot, and it was super duper cute. So you have two ways out of this section. You can either go this little windy path right here, which I really liked these on my island. I thought that they made it look super cool, just having little thin walkways. You can come this way right here and get to Rod's house. And I was going to decorate his house like all pirate, not like inside his house. The inside of his house is decorated already for pirate theme. But I have like some pirate barrels out here and whatnot, and I gave him like a boat over here, I figured, to where he could like sail out and get some treasures. And he has his treasures here and some golden items that he's found on like little islands. And then if you come down this way, I never finished this little section, but it started to look pretty cute, don't you think? We had just this like little walkway here, so you could either go that way, or you can come back to this house and you can come around to this side and you could walk this little area to Rod's house, which I thought was really cute. And then up there we just had like some like farm space, where some mushrooms and flowers kind of overtook that. Walking down this way is how you get to the campsite. So going this way, we just have like a little sitting area by the lake. So if we come over here, wow, flowers really overgrown this little area. We could just kind of sit down. A lot of these flowers like kind of overtook this section, so don't mind that. And then we can go this way, which brings us to the lake of Windlake. So coming over this bridge, you have like some fishing poles here, and this is kind of what it looks like. So we can kind of look around a little bit. I wanted pieces that were like different shapes, different sizes, to make it look kind of rustic and whatnot. And then over here I just built this like ruined area because I really liked the way these items looked, but I didn't know what to do with them. So I kind of put some little mossy things down, some ruined pillars and stuff like that. You can see Drake in the background just having a good time. And yeah, so that's like a little ruined pillar, and it's just on its own like little island over there. So moving back on, the lake does go down as well. Like this is all of the lake right here. And the point of it was basically to fish and to kind of look nice. I mean, it looks really cute in the game, but it looks really nice on the map as well. And then if we go up this way, this is where we were just a few minutes ago. So we have like a little log table. And then if you come up this way, then you have, Sherp's house and where we were before I went to the beginning. And then we have the campsite area, which I really like how the campsite area came out. I feel like I could have used a little bit more decor, but it came out really cute in my opinion. I think it looks really nice. I feel like I'm starting to sound a little nasally. Allergies have literally been ruining me lately. I've been sick like almost like the second half of October all the way through Halloween until now. I'm still pretty sick. Our weather has just been like really, really terrible. So yeah, this is this side of the island. And then I know you guys are saying, okay, but what about Able Sisters? How do you get to Able Sisters? I'm fixing to show you guys right now. So if we run all the way back to Resident Services. Nope, I love you, Dobby, but I'm doing something and I don't want this video to be extremely long. So if you run all the way back to Resident Services and you come out this little section over here where we were earlier, and you take this bridge, you have the option to go right, which is the way that we went, or you can go to the left. And if you go to the left, then this is how you get to Able Sisters. So you just follow these little signs, and if you go back this way, obviously you go back to the housing section, and if you come this way, then you get to go to Able Sisters. And yeah, this is my little Able Sisters area. We have like a loom back there and some like little sewing stuff in case they want to work outside, because it's like a nice day. Maybe they don't always want to be inside. And yeah, so this is what the Able Sisters looks like. I had some lamps over on the other side, but I ended up taking them down because I needed them for something else. And then I was like, I'm just gonna order some more and then put them back. And guess what? Never put them back. So now they're kind of like lampless over there. But yeah, so this is Windlake. Like I said, I put so much work into this island. It's crazy. I absolutely love this island. It is by far probably one of my favorites that I've created. And that being said, I hate to see it go, but I'm kind of strongly thinking about restarting. And if I restart, then I hopefully can film a lot more of the process with you guys and creating a new island. And if you guys would like to come and check out Windlake, I am going to be updating the dream address today after I film this video so that you guys can check out the dream address on the screen. And if you guys play Animal Crossing, then you guys can just go to your bed and sleep. Say I want to dream, put in the dream address, and you guys can come and hang out on my island with me and check everything out more in depth, explore like all of the little nooks and crannies that you guys may want to see. But yeah, so this is Windlake, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely let me know below, and definitely let me know what you guys think about me restarting. If I restart, do you guys want to see the process of like basically doing what we did for episode 1, where I started off on my last island, restart, go through like everything and building up the island? If that's something you guys would like to see, definitely let me know down below. I am going to go ahead and go before this video is too long, but before I do, I hope that you guys decide to stick around. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you guys know when I upload. I am going to be trying to upload a lot more frequently on this channel just because I really do love Animal Crossing, and I feel like getting back into it. I'm going to want to film it a lot more now, and make sure you like the video so that other people who like Animal Crossing can come across this video. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy, and I can't wait to see you all in my next one. Bye guys.